On February 15th, the committee will come back. And if they don't have a wall, I don't even want to waste my time reading what they have, because it's a waste of time. Because the only thing that works for security and safety for our country is a wall.
With negotiations to avoid another government shutdown appearing stalled, President today took Democrats to task for blocking his wall. As you heard, predicted Congress would fail at their negotiations and claimed the wall is already a reality, all in a span of just a few minutes.
I don't think they're going to make a deal. I see what's happening. If there's no wall, it doesn't work. And we're building the wall right now. I mean, a lot of people don't know that, but we have a lot of wall under construction. We've given out a lot of contracts over the last 3-4 weeks, good contracts. A lot of wall is soon going to be under construction.
NBC News has fact-checked that claim. Just to be clear here, quote, "This is false. The White House has not yet built any new section of border fencing or wall." Then there's Trump's choice of words. This is Trump in recent weeks.
The only thing that's going to stop that is great border security with a wall or a slat fence or whatever you want to call it. And we'll call it a barrier instead of a wall. And I'm okay with that, too. I don't care what you call it, but it's got to be there. The wall, the barrier, whatever you want to call it, it's okay with me. They can name it whatever they can name it, peaches. I don't care what they name it. But we need money for that barrier.
But this was Trump on Twitter today, and we quote, "Let's just call them walls from now on and stop playing political games. A wall is a wall. Whatever you want to call it," House Speaker Nancy Pelosi maintains, a wall is a non-starter.
There's not going to be any wall money in the legislation.
Now, regarding his relationship with Pelosi, this is what Trump told the New York Times tonight.
I think Nancy Pelosi is hurting our country very badly by doing what she's doing. And ultimately, I think I've set the table very nicely.
He went on to say, "I've actually always gotten along with her, but now I don't think I will anymore." It's a lot to talk about tonight, but we have two professionals to do that. Jackie Alemany is with us, political reporter for The Washington Post, author of the paper's morning newsletter, Power Up. And Alan Gomez is back with us, USA Today immigration reporter. Jackie, I was going to do due diligence here and ask you what your reporting has resulted in regarding the conference committee, whether they're optimistic that they're doing their jobs. Now we hear it's a waste of time. Where do you put the state of play?
Well, the part of Maggie and Peter's fantastic interview with the president that I really owned in on was the president saying we may or may not declare this national emergency, because that is what he's suggesting that he's leaning into, right? If there is no if there is no deal that he's going to sign that the committee can put together, he says that there's still going to be a wall. So what other way is he going to get that wall? He is suggesting that he's going to declare a national emergency. But as soon as that article broke, I was literally on the phone with a source on the Hill who said that the red line, even for Republicans, is increasingly becoming the declaration of a national emergency. This is something that even those on the far right flank are increasingly against because of the abuse of power that it shows. What is a few sources inside the White House and on the Hill both said that, what is to stop Democrats in the future from going forward from using this national emergency declaration as a model of the way that they would govern when it came to, a mass shooting or Medicare or other various issues that Democrats could potentially, mimic Trump's national security claims and say, this is a national security problem, people. We're going to, use this abuse of power. So it's not just Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats here. There are problems that the president is facing within his own party with the actions that he's taking.
Okay, Alan, you get the fun part. The crass political theory is what may be going on here is president declares a national emergency. It's stopped instantly by the courts. It's hung up in litigation, perhaps exceeding his time in office. He is able to say to the base, I got stopped by the swamp. It's in court. I tried for the wall. We'll get what we can get. Alan, we're never above good, crass politics on this broadcast, but do you put credence in that?
I do, because I think one of the things that the Trump base likes as much as the wall is trashing the judicial system. You know, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals out in the West is one of Trump's favorite targets. He's criticized judges left and right every time they rule against him or his foundations or his university. And so if he can just stand up there and say, hey, look, I tried, but these activist judges did it again. They held us up. That, I think, is enough for him. I mean, it's really hard to overcome that. That legal process will take some time because, as we've said so many times in this Trump administration, trying to declare a national emergency to build a wall is something we have never seen before. So that will get tied up in legislation, and there are arguments on both sides, and it really hasn't been tested for something like this, so it could get tied up for the entirety of his presidency. But that does kind of give him the cover that he needs, and in a way, it could kind of get us to move on to really working on a broader immigration bill that actually deals with some of the issues that need to be dealt with.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.